Hello and welcome to part number 5 of my LEGO City. Now, what we're going to try and achieve in the first part of this video is actually going to be done as a video diary because today is Boxing Day. I filmed tonight's upload yesterday, so I haven't actually got your feedback yet of all the other little bits and pieces to change, but I did give myself an idea at the end of what I filmed yesterday, which was to get this Stranger Set thing set in as close to the haunted house as possible. Now, it's a bit of an awkward shape. So you've got the upside down house, you've got the normal bit of the house and the sort of deranged bit up top, so we'll have the blue side showing. Now, I did start to make a little bit of space. I thought what I'd do is I just push all of these over, put it in, see what it looks like, then start the video tomorrow, once obviously yesterday's goes live, so then I can do all your ideas because you guys have been coming up with some amazing ideas. But I'm thinking this now actually might fit right in that far corner. Now, to do that, it means I'm going to have to climb up on the tables and it's going to get messy quickly. So I thought, well, it's Christmas, I'm going to drop it. So I might as well set this to a quick time lapse, see what goes horrendously wrong, see if we can place it in there, see what it looks like. And something else that would have gone live by now, because obviously you're now watching the next part to whatever it is the unit over here for the superhero bit. I've moved it a little bit around and I've just had a bit of a play with the road. So we'll go over that very, very briefly, either within this section, or I'll carry on with that later on in the week. And like I said, it'll just be a video diary, a little bit of updates and process. But Stranger Things set in that corner, and we'll just see if we can get it to fit. Right, instead of doing a time lapse, I thought it'd be much more interesting actually doing it as I can speak to you, because a time lapse, you're not going to hear things crash and smash. So we will get these little bits and pieces moved. I'm going to have to move these road plates. This is the only problem because some of the tables are quite deep, so I can't actually reach all the way through. So in the lives, I do actually have to climb up to the back, but I'm going to have to move the haunted house set, which is only lightly put together, which is not fantastic. As you can see, bits have already fallen off that, so I need to repair all of that. So that will be done off camera, but it might be a bigger repair by the time this is actually moved, because again, this bit has also fallen off it, which is not exactly ideal. But then when you've got 3 cats that are running around and having fun, it's not always gonna work fantastically. But as long as the top doesn't fall off, we should be good. Now, if you've not seen the inside of that, you're getting a little bit of a bonus sneak peek on the inside of this. It's a pretty cool thing. So you've got all of this on the inside, and we have been doing some videos and other little bits and pieces, so it would be quite a cool set actually to have open and have it facing against the wall flush maybe, but we can work on that at a later date. So let's just get this one in, let's get the start of this done. And in case you didn't realise, this is actually a drop tower, so this does run on a chain. So this piece here, you put the minifigures in, it takes you up on the chain and come back down. The chain's not currently attached because the cats thought it was a toy, and they've actually taken the chain off. So this does really, to be honest, need basically a full rebuild and redo. But we can get on that now. Okay, do I be lazy and only move that a little bit, or do I move it fully? And in your set, while I'm thinking about it, did you get 2 of these figures? Were you lucky enough to get 2? I did. Some sets only came with a 1, some sets actually came with a few extra pieces, and one of those extra bits was actually a duplicate minifigure, which works for me, but for some people they did not get that at all. So that road plate is out the way, and can I just push this back? No drama yet. The drama will be how much I need to climb up onto this table. So you can see how much space we actually have there, but I've got a bad feeling the roof isn't very good on this. So liftoff has started. You can see the shadow. Oh my days, I am full stretch. Right, that is going to be an absolute nightmare. So I'm now going to have to climb onto that table, climb up onto that table, pick this up, push it into the far corner, and it is what it is with what happens. So I apologise in advance. It could go one or two ways. It's going to be an interesting one to say the least, and we will get going. Now, if you have got any ideas with regards to anything else of what little horror sets you can get, right, I'm on the one table. Can I hold and pick at the same time. I need to stay really behind the camera so you can actually see what's going on. Right, I'm crawling out. I am with you. Alright, have I got the ceiling height? All that spin, come on. Because what I wanted by eyeballing it was this flush. Oh, so I am fully on the table. I wanted this flush in the corner with the track. Right, that is flush. That is to the back. We are kissing there. That's pushed back as well, so that is in. What do we think? Obviously the wallpaper doesn't work. It's all going to have to sort of be pulled out to potentially be redone, but it's all in rough for now. I can't really paint the walls, but I might have to come up with a different bit, maybe a sky like J Toy Collections UK suggested, or a couple of the people like Saturday have. They've come up with a couple of ideas as well, but we'll get the other set in. This is where it could really go wrong. But there is a lot of space. Oh, right, magic. So it doesn't look lost there. I think that looks okay. If you think it needs to be the other way around, then obviously I can spin it around, but let us know. We'll pick this up, push this back, and then what I'll do is we'll finish this bit of the video. I'll wait for your ideas to come in, and then we will crack on. But as it's all in different zones, I think if we put the graveyard around it, I think that might look quite nice. We've got a little horror corner. I think the green and the blue work quite well. Obviously we've got all of the minifigures that we can add, and we've got the vehicles and things, so figure out what type of walkway to put down. We'll have to customize and tile all of that, which is going to be good fun. Again, I'm going to have to climb up and get it all done, but I'm glad that fits without actually moving the roller coaster. That just happened to be the perfect bit. We went over that in the last upload. If you've not caught any, I will try and link the previous upload to this video so you can see what's what. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than what it was. Luckily it wasn't. Managed to get up onto that. I think that looks much better there. Now what I'm going to do off camera is figure this bit out. I need to get that down, so that one there will come down and come onto this table. I'll just rearrange and sort out this mess, and then if I can get all this sorted before tonight's upload goes live, then I can carry on tomorrow and the next day, and then try and get this uploaded for you either later in the week or next week, just to give you something to watch. Right, so I'll catch up myself in a heartbeat. Right, we are a bit further on Boxing Day. Shelf is free. Why? I'm thinking about putting Ninjago up there. I'm not too sure how well that's going to go. Remember, this is done still before the video that goes live tonight. I'll see if it fits. If you guys think it would be better somewhere else, obviously I'll move it back. But plonk this one down in there, and we've got like an eatery district now, and I've given this bit up here a little bit of a tidy. So we've now got almost like a play area of the boat. We've got the Ghostbuster firehouse and the spring lantern set in the corner, and we've got the tree house, the Winnie the Pooh, and we've got some smaller sets that are going there. Obviously all of it's going to get tiled. Then underneath that we've now got the cantina, and then that we've got the tavern, or the Josie's Inn, which can also be used as a pub. And then we've got the coffee shop. Not sure what to do with that. That's a little bit lost at the moment, so I'll just put that there so it doesn't get broken. That will probably go either the front, middle, or the back of that table, and that gives us a whole table and a half of space. But the next thing to do and move is, can I get the whole of the Ninjago City, including the boat, up on this top shelf? So I think it looked really nice up there, if the roof height will fit. Now, it might fit directly in the middle, and we have a gap either side, and then that will then give us space for everything with regards to the Marvel DC on that green table, and I can put all these pieces on top of that, which then frees up the space for this. But we will see. Obviously put the diner in temporarily, got some cars out in front of it. All of this is just rough and ready. None of it is impermanent. The thing that we're going to start on the lives, like I keep saying, that area and this area will be the first two, and then we'll keep coming and looping it around. But I want to pick one of these up with you now to see if I can actually get it over to this bit. So what I will do is I will put you down there, and then you can watch me break this. This is not going to go well. we'll do the one, see what it works like, and then we can just go from there. But it's all hopefully together. Last time I tried to move this, it did not go well or to plan, but this is one of my favourite sets, so hopefully if I can reach, he says, oh my days, I am full length. If I can get that to reach, I can spin you on at the same time. There you go, you can kind of see. So that will fit, it doesn't have an overhang, so that's alright. And that will go there, but that's obviously smack in the middle of the roof, and actually doesn't look too bad. That's the only time the wallpaper doesn't look too bad, but it's going to figure out what end we're going to put that on. I think as is will be okay, but how far over can we bring it? And obviously I've got to try and climb on all of these, so how far over can we push this? Obviously I need to redo all the paper. That is it, that is the height of what we've got before it touches the top. Do we think we can get the other two in? Now the other one isn't actually finished because I had pieces missing. Long story, watch back one of the lives if you want to find that out. So I do actually need to get that finished. I will turn you off, move them over and see what happens. So there's absolutely no way, because I forgot that that middle one is actually a base plate in half, that's going to fit as is, which is a real shame, because this piece, which has been built, is actually the level underneath. I'm missing some bits for, so I can't actually put that on. However, what I could do is I could put the gardens and the city and the gardens back to back, and then move the dock over to the left. So we've got two corner units side by side, so we've got the curve, which I don't think would matter, and then we'll have that bit over. It's a way I've never displayed it before, but I will have a quick play and let me know if you prefer this layout or something like this. Yes, something did just fall over literally as I hit record. That has just dropped off, so that's the problem with moving all these. But I think those two side by side don't look too bad, because obviously it does connect up. So you've got the city and the garden back to back. The other tall piece will fit in the middle, and then I could have that either side. Obviously there's bits that need to be repaired on that, like story of my life with things that need to be fixed. I need to do the backdrop, but I can get all of that done if you guys and girls think it works up there before I do something on this table, because when this table has something to do with done whatever we put on there, it means I'm not really going to be able to reach the stuff up top. I think that gives it a little bit more depth from the back. Obviously this front bit, as we've just spoken about, isn't exactly ideal, but it does give us a serious amount of room on the top up there for the extension of the Marvel DC. So it means how we can just do that and we still have a table and a half free of space. But I will spend the rest of the day fixing these. I think might be a good idea. I'll bring them down onto this table and just repair all of this, and then I can then start doing some updates from when the video goes live this evening. And just like that, we are a completely different day, which is always good. Now, progress has kind of been made. We've done little bits and pieces. We've added in, I put the bridge further back, and quite like the car underneath there. Need to figure out exactly what we're going to do with this Joker section. And everybody does like the idea of putting the new Doctor Strange set in that bit, which I think would look nice. I think when I do pick up that unit, I think that's exactly where it's going to go. Now, G's Toy Collection UK and Mr. Saturday have all came up with some really good ideas on the upload from last week. Now, the videos after this will be going up live fortnightly, so I probably won't have enough time to get masses amount done throughout the week, obviously when it is the new year. So this one I need a lot of your ideas and help with regards to what comes next. Now, I was just about to start tiling and getting some little bits and pieces done, and reading some of the comments from the last upload. Jay's Toy Collection said about likes the idea of having rides in each section of the park, because it makes obviously look like a theme park, which is completely correct. Now, we have obviously at the start of this one managed to get that bit in there. Some good ideas with regards to making that a full-blown horror section in the corner, so we can add in more of the horror minifigures and everything else like that. That will be done. We can just loop that round. That'll be perfect. That at the top has grown on me massively. I'm going to keep that up there, and I think that is where that's now going to live and where that's going to stay, because it's been up there for a couple of days. We've seen the bits and pieces in the corner. So that then leaves the next thing. The Loop roller coaster, the big tall blue one. It's 36 inches or whatever it is tall. It will fit on this green unit for the depth. It actually sits on it perfectly. So do we add in the blue loop coaster on here? Now if we do add the blue loop coaster on the top of this, that then means we can have some more modulars beside it, and it will loop it around in this so-called superhero section, because it's exactly how they did have it in Orlando, because they have the big Hulk ride over there, and then it goes into the Doctor Doom Tower and everything else like that, which you guys and girls will see. But obviously, if you're a DC fan or you've been to any of the other theme parks around the world, they do have the Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, all those sorts of rides, sort of all the quick ones. Or are we saying that the Joker Manor with the coaster around the outside of it, we can get away with that being for that? So that does not become a big loop coaster, and then the loop coaster goes where the Jurassic Park gate is currently on that table, because like I said, I was just about to start tiling and everything else. So that's option number one. Does a loop coaster go there? Option number two is, does the Harry Potter go in one of three places? Does it go up at the top, which I'm probably not really a fan of, to be honest, because I'm not 100% sure how, even though it would look nice when it's all built with the alleyway, I can only get two, I can't get all four of them in, so it would have to go as a long line, and then the castle will come out the box and it would go up at the top, and it would just be, we've had it before, wasn't fantastic. Option number two for the Harry Potter, does it go on this end table? So we have a whole Harry Potter section on this end table. Or option number three, it goes down where the Jurassic Park gates are. If it goes there, it'll be its own sort of standalone thing, and it's out the way. Or do we leave that space and just go back to the original idea for this area and have it as a mini-land? Because I think it would look really smart. Not necessarily having the big Eiffel Tower in there, but do I get all of these units back out, tile it all in front of it, put all the minifigures in it, and then this is basically what they have at the Legoland parks with regards to just looking around, because obviously you can get some really nice photos, and if you get it at the right angle, I think it looks fancy enough. That then does leave it where if in a year or two's time, for example, a Eiffel Tower does come about, the Eiffel Tower can go here, Colosseum's already underneath, and then we can have all the architecture sets in one hit. Obviously the other thing is, we don't worry about the Eiffel Tower at all. Those little architecture sets go on this end table, and jobs are good and with regards to that. So what I need from you guys and girls in the comments below, where does this blue big roller coaster go? If, as and when it gets collected, because depending on where it will go will then depend on what else will happen. I just need to know from all of you if we're happy and we're saying that this Joker Manor with the Joker Land is acceptable with regards to it being a ride, because I think, to be honest, that is actually more of a fun fair type ride anyway, because obviously all the bits and pieces move. It does have the ticket booth behind it, and it does have the steps up, and obviously this coaster on the tracks does move. But would it look quite nice having a massive roller coaster just beside it, and then we extend the big superhero section as an L shape? That's my personal preference. I think that would actually look the best, and we can just do that over a period of time. But obviously you're designing this along with me. If we do that, then we can just focus on this corner just here, so we'll get all of this L shape done in basically in one hit, and then over a period of time we'll get the Doctor Strange set to go in there, and then we'll have the coaster to go here, and then we will use this side just for basically dumping ground. We can build on that bit while I'm doing the lives on that table, and then we can progress and go through. So I will give it 2 weeks from when this goes live, which will then allow me ideally to get everything else tidy, get all the floor tidy. We'll get ready for getting all the lives and everything. If for whatever reason I do stumble across a load more time and I actually get the Batwing built in time, because I am on bag number 5 or 6 of that, I might do a short video of me trying to install it over the top of Gotham just to see what it works. And if that does work, then obviously I'm going to need your advice for that as well, and see what that looks like. But as it stands, we are slowly getting there. So do we have a Legoland Miniland located somewhere, end table, or does it go where it was originally going to go and we have it as almost like a 3-tier thing? That I think would look nicest there. Personally, I think it would look really nice once they're all on. I can just easily tile that, put a load of minifigures down and it's done. And I think the coaster will work behind. But then that does mean, do we reinstall the Harry Potter castle, the big one? Do we not bother? Do we put the Diagonal Alley in, or do we not bother? Do we have it as a completely different theme on that table for something completely different? Because we're going to have a table and a half worth of space. So where this is at the moment, everything behind this and everything over all this mess, nothing will be there. That is just going to be completely empty space if we don't have the Harry Potter, or if the Harry Potter goes somewhere else. So that's where we're at the moment. So it does mean that we've got the cantina, we've got a ride down at the bottom, whatever we're going to have on that table. Ghostbuster Firehouse is obviously a ride, the Haunted House is a ride, roller coasters a ride, and then in the superhero section we could easily have 2 rides in there, which would be the big roller coaster and the Joker Manor. Or do we look into trying to do a custom build drop tower? I won't have the skills for that, but I have contacts that might be able to build that sort of thing. So this video basically now is all to do with what you guys and girls think. Even if it's just one thing that you agree on, I can then attack the next video. If I can go and get a Doctor Strange set, for example, then I will try and pick it up if it drops into a bigger sale than what it already is. The coaster I can't pick up until we figure out where it's going to go, because if we want to have it on this white table, I'm not going to get it until all of this is being repaired, all of that's been fixed, sorted and in, because obviously once it's on these tables, I then can't get behind. Whereas if we think, yes, we want it for the superhero section, then I can pick it up sooner rather than later, because I do have 1 or 2 things I actually do need to take back to a Lego store, and I am running out of time to do that, so I can take them back, get a gift card, and then see where we're at with that. But all down to you guys and girls. You guys let me know what you think. The T-Rex is still there. I'm going to get all the tiling and stuff done now. I can just take my time between now and sort of the new year, and then yeah, we can just crack on and see what is what. But thank you very much for all your feedback from the last upload. Like I said, it's probably going to go to fortnightly, because I've managed to smash out a couple over the last couple of weeks, so 1 a week, which is always good fun. But we are slowly getting there, and it's just a bit of a mess. It just needs a really good sort out and a tidy. So I might as well just tidy it all up before I start building more bits and pieces, which saves me then going off and buying the stuff and things like that. But we have made good progress. But let me know, and are we happy with this? We've just started to add in this corner. We'll add another one of those there, and I think we'll just have this wrapping round. And like I said, we've got a 32 by 30 to do whatever with. With regards to, say, for example, this, if we had the new coaster here, it does mean that we will actually have enough space to walk in front of the roller coaster, because it's not as deep as that unit. It's very, very long and very, very high, but it will fit in that space. But it does allow us to have modulars either side of the roller coaster. So that would be pretty cool, because then we could potentially pull some of those out, bring them over, or we are missing 2, because we're missing the hotel and the new one that will be coming out. Now you've got the corner garage that we're basically stuck with at the moment, so that will go directly over to that side. So yeah, it gives us sort of more space to play with regards to more modular base, or should I say street level bits and pieces, if we left that green table free for expansion of the superhero bits and pieces. And the last thing, because I'm looking at it now and I haven't mentioned it yet, where does this go? Where are we going to put this? Because I said in the last upload, do we have like a water table? But I'm not 100% sure what we can do with that. I don't know whether we just have a load of people fishing around it. Obviously, it's on a sandy base plate, so we could put it close to the cantina, because it would match the colours. But I don't think anything else would match with regards to what that actually represents and what that actually is. So that is the only thing I'm stumped with at the moment. Everything else I think we managed to put in. We've got a home for absolutely everything else. I'm happy with how the boat's looking. So a quick recap, because it's been a while since we started the video, but I'm happy with how that's looking. The fact that we split that up and we've got more of a gentle corner area. Then we have the Ghostbuster Firehouse, which obviously represents one of the main rides in Dubai. And then we have the city street. All this at the front will obviously need to be sorted. I've got bits and pieces to build, we need to get that in. But as you saw, I didn't drop that. So the Strange Things house is in, that's in. We will be putting Jason's cabin in as well. So that's what somebody else mentioned. So we'll get that in and we'll get the figures to go with it as well. So we'll put a lot of the haunted figures in on that side, which I think will be a real nice thing. But obviously all that needs to be repaired after I broke it. We'll get the gates back up once I put the base plates down and got that tiled. So that should be, this will be the biggest change probably on the next update, I would imagine. And then we will figure out exactly what we're going to do with that big L-shape corner. But guys, that's it. I am done. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Write everything down in the comments below, because obviously all of this has been designed by you. Let us know what you like, let us know what you don't like. Are you happy with where things are placed? As long as we've got that down, it means I can then start progressing and moving on. If we, for whatever reason, you think that something would look better in a different place, then obviously let me know and we can figure it out between us. But if you can like and subscribe and all that good stuff, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You guys take care and I'll catch you next one. Ta-da.